Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that, and also apologies if the quality of this video is not too good either. If there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it isn't much of an issue for you. This is yet another Eurovision 2024 related video here on my channel, and another sort of reaction video as well, because right now I'm about to check out snippets of all of the songs in contention for Spain with regards to next year's Malmö staged Eurovision Song Contest, which will of course take place in May 2024. Now I hold my hands up right away, dear viewers, because this is not going to strictly be a first thoughts reaction, because I did film this video earlier on today, but I didn't have a whole lot of time in which to do it, and I wasn't terribly happy with how it turned out. So I'm filming it again. So I have heard snippets of these songs already about twice. And now I'm going to listen to them again and give you my thoughts on what I'm hearing. What I will say is that I'm not terribly impressed with the quality, but I've seen a few videos already, and people seem to be loving the quality. Now, maybe it's just me, I don't know. And I don't want to ramble on about this for too long, but what are you listening to? To me, this is a pretty disappointing batch of songs, but there are a few, based on the snippets, that could be very good live, that could be alright at Eurovision. It's super early days, of course. We shouldn't get too carried away with what we're hearing, but I'm not terribly impressed with this batch of songs. I fail to believe these are the best songs that Spain could drum up, but there we are. I'm going to try and not be too harsh about this, but when I saw those comments earlier on, I thought, hang on a minute, you're telling me this is a really strong, diverse batch? I don't think so. Anyway, Benidorm Fest will begin on January the 30th, which is the same day as the allocation draw for next year's contest. The second semi-final will be on February the 1st, and then the final on February the 3rd, in Benidorm, of course. 23 of the 825 entries that were received by the broadcaster were written at a songwriting camp. These entries were then judged by a group of people, and we have the 16 entries now available to us. We've known the artists for a while, we've known the song titles for a while, we now know the songwriters for most of the tracks, and obviously the songs themselves are all available, as I just said. So I'm sure you will be listening to them, or you've listened to them already. Feel free to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below. And there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. I should also say, if you'd like to see my personal top 3, which I will decide upon soon, that will be on the joint Instagram page, rajc.esc, alongside my friends' top 3. And in terms of a full ranking, that might surface on my Twitter page at some point. I don't know. Anyway, on the artists to watch post on the joint Instagram page, which I put up online about a week or two ago, Angie Fernandez was there, Lerica was there, Marlena was there, Noan was there, Roger Padros, Sofia Cole, and Yoli Sal. I think that's all of them. So those were the names I was particularly excited for coming into today's big reveal. Now the video I'm watching, and I should have really held off and waited for this video to surface anyway, it's just over 4 minutes long. It's Mr. Eurovision Recaps Benidorm Fest 2024 recap. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching, but that's the way it usually is. Do let me know what you think about this. I've got to say, I am not terribly impressed. I'm not terribly impressed, but maybe if you're Spanish, you think this is sensational. Whatever it is, do let me know. Here we go. The video is starting. I do have 5 names written down, and I will mention them as we go. So first up is Brillos Platino by Almacor. And all I will say to any Spaniards is that you're voting for the song, not who you find the most attractive. Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of a bop. Yeah. It's not bad, but his voice seems to have been altered a little bit here, so I wonder what it's like 100% live. I mean, this could be pretty good live. It really could be pretty good live. It's, you know, a pretty up-tempo bop. What else can I say? but I wouldn't say it's massively original. And that goes for a lot of the songs here. Many of them blend together. Next up is a song that's on my list. This is Angie Fernandez with Se Quien Soy. And I was excited to hear this one. It's a bit rocky in style. I like her look. This sounds promising. Thomas Gierson has co-written this. Tattoo, Euphoria, so many Melfest songs. She's roped him in, and yeah, I mean, this isn't bad. There's something nostalgic about this sound for me. The instrumental sounds a bit like Arcadia by Megara. Maybe that's just me. But that, in my opinion, is one of the strongest songs here. Which means it has no chance. Next up is Beso en la Mañana, Kiss in the Morning by De La Cruz. This is sort of rap pop, I guess. That's not too bad. Again, I'm not bowled over, but it's all right, you know, and I'm afraid to say that just all right isn't quite good enough for Eurovision, you know. Anyway, Caliente by Jorge Gonzalez is next. These are different snippets to what I heard previously, to be fair. That sounds so typically Spanish in a way. Quite fun, up-tempo, but I do feel as though it's probably one of the songs here that isn't going to quite have that impact. Next up is Astronauta by Lérica. Two guys. See, this sounds more fun than Almacor's entry, but the other song might do better. I'm rambling big time. Yeah, I mean, maybe they should be on the list, actually, Lérica with Astronauta, because that's the sort of performance that I think, or rather it's the sort of song that I think will come alive live on stage. So I think that's in with a decent shout of doing all right, maybe. It's quite catchy. Okay, next up is Mantra. This is a young group, Me Vas a Ver. Okay. I will say this, these snippets are better than what I heard previously, so my opinions are changing ever so slightly, but I still think this is a fairly vanilla batch of entries. This is quite cute, very safe, sounds like it should be in some sort of teen movie. It's not bad. We then have Remitente by Maria Pelé, and I think this could be a bit of a fan favourite. It's flamenco, and that's a super short snippet, but I have heard other snippets of that song. It does feel very traditional, it feels quite authentic. I think that could be appreciated by viewers, and I should say as well that if it's anything like previous years, the qualifiers will be determined by the public and 2 juries, and I think that's the case for the final as well. We don't have the semi-final split just yet. Next, ladies and gentlemen, is my favourite, based on the very short snippets I've heard so far. This is Amor de Verano by Marlena. It does sound like Noche Entera. I quite like the sultry, ever so slight echoey nature to the vocals here. Oh yeah, that stands out to me. It really does, by some distance ahead of many of the others, which means it'll probably finish nowhere. Next up is Blah 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 by Miss Cafeína. They've been a band for ages. Again, it's got that sort of dance pop thing going on, maybe a tad funky. It's alright. Next is Zorra by Nebulosa. Nebulosa. Yes, as I said in the video that you'll never see now, this, you know, it's got quite a beat to it, but the vocals sound fairly monotonous, and the two don't really gel together terribly well in my opinion. But who knows, this could be a big favourite with Spaniards. This is on the list. This is Noan with Te Echo De. Okay, it's quite soft. And then, again, that nostalgia vibe. I can really, really enjoy that for some reason. It's like old school Spanish soft rock. I'm all over it. It's one of the best ones here. Prisionero by Quique Niza. Okay, yeah. What I said about this one previously is how this is trying to be quite powerful, not quite hitting the mark, but maybe it builds up nicely as it goes on. It's alright. We then have the song in Catalan, which is El Temps by Roger Padrós. Now this guy can really sing, because I've heard some of his other stuff. It's a ballad, isn't it? Yeah. Quite simple, quite heartfelt. This is not bad. It's not bad. He should be on the list. Make that 6 names. Roger. Welcome. Very nice. I think he's written it himself. Yes, he has. Well done. Now, next up is Here to Stay by Sophia Cole. And I would say, early on, this could be the fan favourite. Interesting that it's the one with the English title. Yeah. Electro-pop. But this chorus is just the title of the song repeated a few times, from the sounds of it. Yeah, letting the instrumental do most of the work, which I'm not a huge fan of. Her voice sounds alright, this could be brilliant live, loads of flashing lights, you can sort of picture it already. But if I'm being really harsh, I'm not sure this would even get through a Melfest heat. I know, I've said it now, apologies. Apologies, apologies. But, you know, I've got to be honest with how I'm feeling here. That, to me, could be great. It could also go to Eurovision and not do very well at all. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, yes. Next up is Saint Pedro with Dos Extraños, Two Strangers, I believe. Cuarto de Cuerda. Now, this is a sort of jazzy type entry. Oh, it's a dark horse. Oh, yes. Are you charmed? Do you know what it is? You know when you go into The Sims and you are selling parts of the land or furniture, or you're buying a house or something like that, take out his vocals, play the music, you're playing The Sims. Which might explain why I quite like this. It's quite romantic in style. Oh yeah, quite relaxing. That could do well. I'm not ruling it out. Now next up, the last one here. This is on the list. It's No Se Me Olvida by Yoli Sa. This could do really well. I like the mysterious tone to it, you know? She looks cool. I'm all over it. That could be really good, you know. Okay, so, have my opinions changed? Not really. I don't think this is a massively diverse, exciting group of songs. Not at all. But that recap, I'm not surprised by this at all, has changed my opinions ever so slightly on a few of the songs. So, Brillos Platino, not for me, might do really well. Sé Quien Soy, one of the strongest songs here. Beso en la Mañana, not too bad. Caliente, not for me. Astronauta, fun, but that might not be enough. Me Vas a Ver, can't even remember it. Who was that? Was that the group with the female lead singer? I should know this. Mantra. Oh yes, cute, but maybe not strong enough. Remitente, traditional, a lot of people will appreciate it. Amor de Verano, the best song in the batch. Blah blah blah, need to hear the whole thing. Zorra, not for me. Te Echo De, sounds promising. Prisionero, not terribly exciting. El Temps, if I'm saying that correctly, that sounds quite nice. Here to Stay, could win. Dos Extraños Cuarto de Cuerda, dark horse. No Se Me Olvida, shouldn't be underrated. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, another messy video from me, but better than the one I filmed earlier. Let me know your thoughts on these Benidorm Fest tracks. Are you in agreement with me? Are you not? I know I keep repeating myself now, but I'm a little underwhelmed. But it's not a disaster, you know? It's not a disaster, which is good. There's promising signs with some of these songs. And hopefully a song that I enjoy will do the business. And we'll find out who represents Spain in the first week of February next year. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Hopefully the quality of this video wasn't too bad. I'm going to upload it now. And I'll see you again soon, all being well. Take care, and adios for now.